The wind rose, carrying with it the sound of drums that were not of earth, drums that beat in the belly of the storm. Tunde staggered to his feet, his hands still wrapped around the sacred staff, his heart pounding like a war drum. Above him the sky writhed with fury, clouds colliding, lightning flashing, thunder rolling without pause. Yet in that chaos, he heard the voice of the sky again. "Come, Rainmaker's son, if you dare to challenge me, step into my heart." The clouds parted, revealing a swirling vortex of storm that touched earth and heaven alike. Without hesitation, Tunde stepped forward. The wind seized him, lifting him from the mountain and pulling him into the storm's embrace. He rose higher and higher, the world below shrinking until the village was no more than a dot upon the land. Within the storm there was no up or down, no earth or sky, only endless lightning and shadow. Tunde floated in the tempest, staff in hand, as the great figure of the sky emerged once more, vast and unyielding, its eyes glowing like suns. "You have passed the trials," the sky rumbled. "You have shown defiance, strength, compassion. But all of that is dust if you cannot withstand me here, where even the strongest spirits tremble." Tunde raised the staff, his voice hoarse but steady. "I do not tremble. I fight not for myself, but for the people who thirst below. If you would deny them rain, then you must first strike me down." The sky roared, and the battle began. Lightning spears rained down, each strike exploding like fire upon stone. Tunde spun the staff, deflecting some, enduring others, his body scorched and battered. Thunder crashed around him, each sound a hammer against his chest. The wind howled, trying to tear him apart, but he gripped the staff and shouted chants that twisted the storm itself. With each word, the staff glowed brighter, its symbols blazing with power. A dome of light spread around Tunde, pushing back the storm. He leapt forward, striking with beams of energy that cut through clouds, forcing the sky to recoil. For every blow he landed, the sky answered with 10 more, and still he fought. Far below, the villagers watched in awe and terror as the heavens themselves warred. The sky above the mountain blazed with light, changing night to day. Children clung to their mothers, elders whispered prayers, and warriors raised their spears toward the storm as if lending their strength to Tunde. Kofi knelt, trembling, whispering, "Ancestors, hold him. Spirits, guide him. Do not let my son fall." Hours passed in the storm's belly. Tunde's arms grew weak, his body burned and torn, but still he fought. His chants wavered, his steps faltered, and the sky, seeing his weariness, pressed harder. "Yield, boy," the sky thundered. "You are nothing against me. I am eternal." Tunde gasped, his voice raw. "If I am nothing, then nothing will still stand against you. I will not yield." With the last of his strength, he raised the staff high and struck it against the storm itself. A blinding explosion of light burst forth, splitting the heavens, shattering the darkness. For a moment, silence fell. Then, slowly, rain began to fall. At first, a few drops, cool and sweet, splashing upon the mountain. Then more, faster, until the sky wept in torrents. Rivers filled, the earth drank deeply, and the people of the village danced and cried in joy as the long drought ended. But when the villagers looked to the mountain, Tunde was nowhere to be seen. The storm cleared, the staff lay shattered upon the peak, and the boy who had defied the sky was gone. Some say the sky, moved by his courage, took him into its embrace, not as punishment but as balance, one life for the life of many. Others say he became part of the rain itself, his spirit flowing through rivers and streams, whispering in every drop that touched the earth. In the village, Kofi wept for his son, but his tears were not of despair alone. They were tears of pride, for though he had lost his only child, his people had gained a saviour. And so, each year when the rains returned, the villagers gathered at the mountain and sang songs of Tunde, the boy who had dared to defy the sky. Generations passed, but the story never faded. Around fires and under stars, the elders told it again and again. "Remember Tunde?" they would say. "He was young, he was stubborn, he was bold, but above all, he loved his people more than himself. And when the world gave him no answer, he forced one with his courage." And so, even today, when thunder rolls across the plains, the children of that land listen closely. They say it is not thunder at all, but Tunde's voice, still speaking with the sky, reminding it never to forget the people below. And when the rain falls soft upon the earth, the mothers tell their little ones, "Drink, children, drink. This is the gift of Tunde, the Rainmaker's son, who defied the sky." Thank you for listening to this tale on Timeless Tales Africa. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss the next timeless tale. Until we meet again, may the wisdom of our ancestors guide your path.